Just to touch on, all of this also gets simplified into really what I like to believe is beautiful dashboards. But, you know, I talked briefly about time phasing, and while a lot of the views that I expose don't look like it's time phase, there's a date function on everything that we load into our system. And so we have the ability to spread those over time. We have our filtering over here. And so if we were to just look at this by phase, we can look at our progress curves. This one is dropping, I guess, because we deleted some progress. Maybe look at this by construction. These demo accounts are always great because you get a lot of bad data in them. So this one looks a little bit better. And so we have our S curves that we can load and spread all of our accounts out. If we don't spread all of the budgets out over time, the system from a plan perspective will not hit 100%. So this is telling me still has some work to do in terms of spreading our hours over time. The earned value is based on when we physically pick that week and update the earned value for what week we're updating. You'll see that there's a slight increase right here because of the updates I had just done for the week of June 12th. Just a lot of functionality, a lot of drill down as well. So our phase is our engineering. We can drill down into area and then discipline, and then each one of the work tasks for that discipline. It's extracting the plan value from how we spread those over time. Same thing on performance factor. I'm just going to reload the screen real quick. There we go. So we can look at our PF, and this massive spike here in June 12th is a great example, because what we just did is we went through and earned quite a bit of hours in the system, but we hadn't loaded any equivalent expenditures or payroll hours to go with it, or actual hours. And so from a performance factor perspective, we're blowing it out of the water on the week of June 12th because we just earned a bunch of hours and have basically cost us nothing. We didn't spend any hours. And so that's why we're getting this odd looking chart here. It does both cumulative as well as incremental for each week. And then in that original budget I showed you when I exported it earlier, I kind of glossed over it, but there is a full-time equivalent value. And so the system is loaded with 40 right now. And so for every data point in the system, we simply divide by that FTE divisor, or full-time equivalent, and it's now giving us an equivalent head count. And so in this case, you're seeing that there's no actuals because we haven't loaded any actual labor since August of 2016. And from how we spread out the values over time, the project was effectively supposed to be completed in March of 19. And so just that three-part curves, if you will, for progress, performance, and manpower. That is a high-level overview of the core and the earned value methodology that exists within Cloud EPC, between the cost module, the progress and performance module, and then the change management that integrates it all together. What I'm going to do quickly then is go over a lot of the other features. We won't dive into them as deep, but we promise we'll make other videos for these other features. But there's quite a bit of other functionality within Cloud EPC.